Greenland is a secluded community dedicated to the preservation of the way of life of 2010. In the year 2058, the community has stayed true to its beliefs by indulging in the practices of the early 21st century. Although the citizens of Greenland wish to live their lives in this manner, the situations in which they now live originated due to economical hardship. In 2010, when Greece was faced with bankruptcy, the country experienced mass riots throughout. After careful analysis of the country's fragile economic stability and consideration for what it would take to free Greece from this economical hardship, the country was eliminated from the European Union. In an effort to raise the country's income, Greece began to heavily tax any importation into the country. This, in collaboration with the worsening markets amongst consumers, resulted in the collective European Union business decision to terminate all trade with Greece. In a matter of months, Greece became completely isolated from the rest of mainland Europe economically. With the country in a downward spiral, President Carlos Papoulias was faced with countless citizens making the pilgrimage to neighboring countries in search of a better life. In reaction to this problem, Papoulias initiated new laws in which citizens were not allowed to leave Greece. In May 2011, it was evident that something had to be done with Greece. The chaos and poor living conditions that the citizens were forced to live in became a leading concern of the United Nations. After many proposals, a suitable solution was finally reached. In August 2011, Al Gore was chosen to advise Carlos Papoulias on all financial matters concerning Greece. It was during this time that Al Gore was able to take full advantage of his new position. Immediately, Gore's environmental agenda was made evident through his decisions concerning Greece. Within 2 years, the standards of living in Greece were brought back up to just under where they were before the bankruptcy of 2010. Gore's popularity amongst the citizens was on a steady rise, and in 2013, Al Gore's accomplishments were acknowledged through a promotion by Carlos Papoulias to fill the job as Vice President of Greece. Between 2013 and 2020, Greece experienced a complete reformation in terms of government and law and order. With standards of living exceeding what they were previously, citizens found themselves with an unconditional love and gratitude towards Gore. Although Greece, now known as Greenland after the 2018 renaming, was now a stable nation, they were still isolated from the rest of the world. Rather than reconnecting old ties with neighboring countries, Al Gore realized that an isolated nation held better opportunities for him to pursue his dream of a self-sufficient environmental society. It's for this that Greenland remains isolated to this date. Being free of outside influence, the citizens of Greenland continued in the lifestyle present before the financial problems. Society in Greenland was stalled in 2010. This lack of progress was not made evident for several years, as the contrast in lifestyles took years to create a noticeable difference. Once this difference was realized, the citizens of Greenland, with the persuasion of Al Gore, were convinced that the simpler lifestyle of 2010 was superior to that of the rest of the world. It was now that Greenland decided as a whole to commit their lives to the preservation of life as it was in 2010. The commitment of the citizens of Greenland is as strong today in 2058 as it was in the early years. Although the loss of Carlos Papoulias in 2040 was devastating to Greenland, Al Gore lives and is present in all aspects of life within the Greenland utopia.